I've been thinking a lot lately about what options mean to me. Over the last month, I have had the opportunity to just have slow starts to my mornings. I've been rebuilding my routine and figuring out what works for me as I transition into a different phase of life. Um, and I really, really appreciate slow mornings. Um, I get up early. I haven't always gotten up early. I used to be a morning person and then just somewhere fell into not being a morning person. But I'm up now I set my alarm for 5:45 a.m. And the thing is I really don't have any point of interest to be anywhere. However, we can really fall into a routine of not having a routine. And I realized that's what I was doing was because I didn't have to particularly be anywhere or do anything. I've been on my own time and my own schedule for so long now that as I'm transitioning, moving forward into what the next phase of my life is going to look like, I find that the consistency of a routine is helping me to reignite that creativity and helping me to um, stay on task because there's something so beautiful about when you go and you're working or you're a mom or whatever, and you have to be clocking that 9 to 5 or whatever it is, right? When you get a break or a vacation or time off, you just live for it because you don't have to live by that schedule or that routine. However, what I've found is that if you go like that for so long, you do fall into the monotony of not having a routine. And that can be dangerous depending on who you are and how you live your life. And for me, the consistency of a routine is very much needed. And so as I've challenged myself to get on YouTube more, to be more visible, I'm finding that creating a routine is helping me. So like I said, I get up at 5:45 a.m. now, not specifically to go anywhere, but to make it a point to begin a routine again. So I woke up this morning and I wasn't feeling well and my alarm went off and I hit the snooze button and I thought, you really don't have anywhere to be. Like, you are on your own schedule. So just why even get up? But my mind, because I have purpose to set a routine now to get up, my mind would not allow me to just lay there because I'm just going to lay there in the abyss and go down this hole and feel guilty of not sticking with my routine. So, number one, what do options mean to me? Options to me mean that I have the opportunity to choose what I want to do. And for me, choosing options right now looks like setting a routine so that I can be better. Now, I'm implementing more things into that routine as I set it up because it's like, okay, let's build some structure to this routine. And when I get up at 5:45 a.m., the goal is to be in my prayer room, which by 6 o'clock, so that I can spend time with God, so that I can read my Bible, so that I can study the Word of God, so that I can pray and talk to God, so that I can sit still and hear the voice of God. And that's important to me because that sets the tone of my day. No matter what's going on in my life, no matter if I'm dealing with something good or bad, it helps to set the tone for my day. And without that routine, yes, I pray, but I might wake up or lay in the bed or just, do it at any point in time, which I could and I should, and you should if you're a believer and you pray. But just to get that intimate mark time sets the tone of my day. And I feel good. I come out of that prayer room feeling like Clark Kent coming out of the phone booth, like ready to handle the world, right? And then after I do my prayer time, and the beauty in that is I have the flexibility and the fluidity to not put a time limit on that, but in scheduling a routine, still put a time limit on it, if that makes sense. Because I'm the type of person, once I get in the presence of God, baby, I'll sit there all day. Like, I love it. I am a I call myself an extroverted introvert. But someone recently gave me some food for thought to think about. And they said the thing that you do the most when you're talking about trying to find out if you're extrovert or introvert, the thing that fills your cup the most is really what you are. And so I'm like, well, it fills my cup to be away from the world, to have that quiet time, that quiet space, that intimacy with myself. And so they said, well, that's really an introvert. And I'm like, nah, I'm not an introvert. But that just made so much sense to me. Like, there's some people that their cup is filled because they have to be very social. I'm also very social, but my cup is filled when I have that quiet space. So when I say I could sit in my prayer room for hours, I just like that quiet space. I like being filled, getting my cup filled. So I do that time in the morning. And then after I do that, it's important to me to get out in the world because I have become so introverted and so isolated. I can literally sit in my house all day for days. And it's not this place of depression or isolation. I've been in that place. I know the difference. And this is not it. This is just me filling my cup and being okay with having that time and that space in myself, which I've realized, like, you got to get out, girl. You got to let some vitamin D hit your skin. You got to get out and socialize, get into the world, get into nature. So the next part of my routine is now getting out and walking. I can be a gym girly. I'm not a gym girly right now because I firmly believe in listening to my body. And right now, my body is not telling me that it's ready for that. My body is okay with getting out and pacing myself and walking and getting some steps in. And so I'll go do that. And I'll do that for an hour. And as I begin to do that daily, I'm challenging myself to get in my Bible and read my Bible daily, pray and talk to the Lord daily, and then go work out for a set amount or go walk for a set amount of time daily. That's routine, 1, 2, 3. So those are options that I'm giving to myself. So that's what having options means to me. And then I'm building on that routine. Now I have this commitment to my YouTube channel, and I've decided I know where I want to go with this channel. I know what I want to build with it. And I know that I want to create a stream of income, multiple streams of income based off this channel and using my voice and my talents and my gifts. And so if I'm going to do that, then I need to take this serious and not just do it on the fly, do it on a whim. So the next part of my routine is putting my time in with building my YouTube channel, creating content, editing said content. Well, that's a job. That is the job. I am the job. And so I've added that to my schedule, or my routine rather, so that I can be consistent with that. Is that making sense to you? It's making sense to me, so I hope it's making sense to you. But I'm building a routine up where there once was none. And hear me, I understand there's a lot of people that are going, man, that must be so nice to not have anything to do and just to live life on your own time and terms. It is, but when you're someone that's called to purpose, when you're someone that has so much in you that you know you have to share with the world and you give to the world, like I said, that can be a dangerous place because you get in the space of not creating and not being productive and not producing. And that's where I've been. That was a big part of losing myself, losing my identity and finding myself. Was I'm finding that I need to spend more time with me so that I can give. But in that time where I wasn't sure about my identity, I was going anywhere and doing anything. If this person needed something, I can do it because I have the time. If this person was building something, sure, I'll come over there and help and I'll do it because I have the time. And so for the last few years, that's all I've been doing is giving of myself because I really didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. There was no routine. And so now that I'm building this routine back up, it just is making so much sense to me. And as the days continue to evolve, I'm going to find out more of who I am and be truer to myself. And life is going to look so much more structured because, again, I've just been all over the place. So that's my spiel for today about why options are important to me. I'll close with this. a friend of mine, we had this conversation earlier this year about freedom. And we said that, the goal wasn't about, everybody wants to make a lot of money, right? Or at least people want to be comfortable in having that money. And we challenged ourselves with, well, why? And the thing that we came up with was, well, freedom of purpose. Freedom of purpose. So why do I want to have options, whether that's my time or my attention or streams of income? Because it provides freedom of purpose. And when you know what your purpose is, which I do, then having those options to have that freedom to fully walk in and function in your purpose is a beautiful thing. Because for me, my purpose is a calling to help other people. I think we all, in some way, shape, or form, have that calling in some form of capacity. But having options to me means having the freedom of purpose. So comment below and tell me what having options looks like for you. I'd love to hear it. And if you love what I'm saying and you want to walk out this journey with me, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, I'll see you soon, girlies. Bye.